Hi, guys. Good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host, Eddie, and in tonight's video, I will be discussing what I thought of the most recent and possibly the most baffling, bizarre, and humorous episode of The X-Files, which premiered last night. I just watched it myself. I just got done watching it. So many thoughts. Just so many thoughts and questions and a couple of laughs as well. Anyway, before I go on and on, of course, and I keep talking too long, please be warned that this video review will be full of spoilers regarding the most recent episode of the X-Files. So if you're not caught up, do not keep watching or listening, as I will be going into story details. If you are caught up, please keep watching and listening, as I hope you find what I say informative and somewhat entertaining. So, you have been warned, spoilers from here on out starting now. This was one of the most bizarre, confusing episodes of the X-Files, and there's a lot of them, but this one by far I think takes the gold for bizarre, humorous, confusing, yet still entertaining. That was its one saving grace. It was still very, very entertaining. It was entertaining due to a couple of factors. Some great humorous performances by our two regulars. An awesome job by the special guest star, Brian Husky, the guy who played Reggie. He did a great job. And it was also like... It was also a bringing. It brought up some interesting questions that made your head scratch. Like in today's modern world, in this day and age, 2018, would people already believe all sorts of things? Would they necessarily believe the truth if the X-Files were ever to reveal the truth? Like, would people choose to believe it, or would they gobble it up like it's candy? Because people believe a lot of really different, interesting things nowadays, and the X-Files could, go right up there with what people now consider normal or believe nowadays. So it was interesting how that question was like asking this giant hypothetical question: are the X-Files relevant to this day and age? If they were real, would they serve any true value or purpose? Would they have any meaning? So I guess in that sense, the show was kind of making fun of itself. On the other hand, this is what I took from it, with the ending revealing that Reggie was an escaped mental patient who had concocted this entire fantasy, this alternate reality where he was like the third partner in the X-Files with Mulder and Scully all these years, and he was there for like the highlights, the highlights and the ups and downs of all their cases, all their investigations over the years, over the original series. What I took away from it is that this guy had a nervous breakdown, and he came up with his own fantasy or his own reality that he was this agent in this elite investigation unit of the FBI. And what I took away from that was that, this guy Reggie, when they humorously inserted him in all of those scenes from classic X-Files episodes and X-File moments, it's like he was living the ultimate fan's dream, like the hardcore, dedicated fan who has always loved the show. It's like he is like every fan, I think, all the hardcore fans, I think, have always wanted to work with Mulder and Scully in some capacity. Assisting or investigating a case or helping out with an investigation in whatever capacity or regards. And it's like Reggie did that in his own mind. He did that through his own fantasy, even though he was a nut job. He did that, and it was entertaining and amusing for us as the viewers, because we got to see this random guy inserted in these different clips and images from the original run of the X-Files, and it was really entertaining. It put a smile on my face, and I thought it was pretty funny. And it's like this guy is living the ultimate fan fantasy. It's like Reggie could be a symbol. He could be symbolizing a good chunk of the fan base, a fan base of the X-Files, as the third agent, because it's like people have always wanted to work with Mulder and Scully talk to them, be with them, be friends with them, be close with them. And I think Reggie was a symbolization of that. Like I think he symbolized the fandom or the fan base of this show, of the original run and this newer version of it. At least that's how I'm looking at it. I thought it was a very interesting episode. There were some real head scratching moments and moments where my eyebrows were raised, or I'm just like, wait, what? What? And then there's some humorous moments where they took some jabs at current events, and it's like they were making fun of themselves and making fun of us as like a country in general or something like that. And like they were, like I said, the use and the relevance of current events and how they apply it to this show, I always think are very, very clever, because it's like they always hit the button, or they always push the button where it'll either make the audience go, "Oh, that's clever, I like that," or it'll piss the audience off and say, "Oh, I wish they didn't do that. That just seems so stupid." I feel like this might be one of the more polarizing episodes. I mean, it's got a pretty high rating online, but I've also read some pretty scathing reviews where people did not care for this episode. They thought it was pointless and a big waste of time. Others thought this was one of the funniest episodes of the X-Files, and they just appraised it for so many different reasons. Personally, yeah, I liked it. Not my favorite, and I probably won't watch it again. I did enjoy Brian Husky's performance as Reggie. He was a great character. He was a real delight to watch. And I also enjoyed how they were playing around with the possibility of the Mandela effect, the possibility of an alternate reality, and a parallel universe. Because at first I thought that was the angle they were going for. The direction they were going for is that they were going to reveal that there is indeed a parallel universe, and Reggie's just trapped in our universe, and Mulder and Scully try to get him back to his. But then they surprised us with a more logical, practical ending to a story. He was an escaped mental patient who had made all this shit up. But then Skinner appears and says, "Well, where the hell are they taking Reggie?" And then Mulder and Scully look at each other confused, and we're all looking confused like, what? Huh? Anyway, enjoyable episode overall. Plenty of head-scratching, confusing moments, just absolutely bizarre, baffling moments, and then some humorous moments that made me laugh, made me smile. But I think what I enjoyed the most about it was that Reggie, in my opinion, was like a symbolization or a symbol of the fans, the fandom that this show has created since day one, all the way up till now for people who are still watching. And it's like, they gave the fans what they wanted. It's like they showed somebody having the fan experience or the fan fantasy where there was a third member of the team, and that's how Reggie imagined himself to be, and that was entertaining and amusing for us as the viewers, because it's like, oh, they're kind of doing what every fan has always wanted, to be the third agent, to work with Mulder and Scully. Also, it was really funny how like in the fake opening credits they had his name where he looks completely bewildered, like this or something, and it says Reggie something. That was pretty good. That was probably one of the funnier moments of the show. Anyway, so that's my take on it. What did you guys think? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you like it? Are you stuck somewhere in between? What are your thoughts and feelings on it? You guys have been doing so awesome lately with leaving feedback and commentary for these X-Files episode reviews. Thank you so, so much. It means so much to me. You guys are the reason why I do this. I love reaching out to fellow fans. Please leave your thoughts and opinions and your feedback down below in the comment section. I'd love to hear from everybody. As usual, we are all entitled to our own opinion, and that's fine. We may disagree with one another, of course, but please keep it civil and be respectful. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel as we continue to follow along the X-Files Season 11, premiering new episodes every Wednesday night on Fox. And check out this channel for other awesome content as well. Alright guys, have a great rest of the night. Thanks for watching, and of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.